Welcome back, friends. It has been quite a week. I'm trying to put myself in high school seniors' shoes, high school juniors' shoes. I feel like you guys are doing a lot of AP exam prep. I just remember April being real tough for me as a student, both in high school and in college. What a grind. But yeah, let me know what questions you guys have for me today. I'm here to be of service to you guys. Something's wrong with the chat. Let me see. Let's see. Is this working now? Pop out chat. Oh, okay, cool. All right. We have 2 viewers. Welcome back, guys. Welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you all. Let me know how I can help you. What do you guys want to learn more about? What do you guys want to know about? I will do my best to be of service. So just let me know. Hi, Yolanda. How's it going? Oh, I want to give a special shout out to 2 very, very special subscribers. We have Tulia and Emma. Tulia and Emma in a super chat. So that was really, really kind of them. Hopefully they'll stop by and they'll see this message. But thank you, Tulia and Emma, for your super stickers. Like literally, I don't know how this. Okay, it's a sticker, but you can also send money to me. Way to show appreciation. If you guys are feeling uber duper extra, super generous, feel free to sauce me a super chat or a super sticker. I'm really thinking of creating some merch where the first like 100 people who contributed a super sticker or super chat, I'll send you guys something cute. Maybe like a oh, Emma, thank you tuning in. Yeah, so I just gave you a shout out. I'll send you guys like a t-shirt or a mug, something vintage with just like 100 copies. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an NFT. You guys know what an NFT is? Like those non-fungible tokens, like something on a digital work of art. Anyways, here you guys are. Let me know how I can help you. Where are you guys tuning in from? Yeah, what questions do you guys have? It's gonna be related to college. It could be related to, productivity. It could be related to dating and relationships, emotional intelligence. It could be related to so many different things. Yale. It could be related to whatever you guys want to know. Oh my gosh. Wait, Yolanda, I need to shout out your question because my girlfriend and I have been through a lot this past week. A little bit of a bump in the road, but we got a lot closer because of it. I won't dive into too many specifics, but we've just been having a lot of open conversations. I almost said open relationship. No, to dismiss that. Open conversations. We realized that, one thing that is kind of helpful is we have guidelines for conflict resolution. Wait, I need to read this question to her because she's going to start laughing. Babe, one of my subscribers goes, hey, how's everything going? Like, have you learned anything new with your girlfriend recently? I was like, so much. My girlfriend occasionally watches my live streams. Still got to do like a girlfriend reveal for you guys, but just a little bit shy for the moment. Okay, so we have something that I think is really helpful, which I think a lot of young people should institute, is 2 things. The first thing is conflict resolution guidelines. So growing up, like my parents fought a lot. Like they had probably the most unhealthy way of dealing with conflict. I mean, it didn't get to the point where they were punching. Well, I mean, occasionally there would be like some minor acts of violence, and it was a lot. Like that household was in a sense toxic, and part of the reason why I decided to go to boarding school was to escape that environment, if I'm being 100% real and honest with you guys. And now that I'm in this relationship, I knew that when I approached the relationship, like I just really wanted to avoid that. I just didn't want to be in that situation again. And setting some really basic ground rules. Like first ground rule was we do not shout at each other. You'd be surprised at how like big of a deal that is, but it really triggers me. I can't stand like screaming or shouting at another person. I really don't scream or shout at anyone other than my mom when she like yells at me first. Been trying to avoid that. Meditation and journaling really helps. So there's that. There's also just like we don't fight to the point where people are sleeping in like a different house or a different apartment because the argument got so heated. Like it should never get to that point. The worst you could get is a different room for a night, maybe. But even that, we really tried to avoid like the plague. And I think there was one other thing. just like when you sit down and trying not to argue when you're feeling so heated. One of the best things you can do is take a walk, meditate for 10, 15 minutes, come back. Hey guys, how's it going? We're getting a few more viewers trickling in here. I might cut it short a little bit. My girlfriend and I, in fact, were just talking, and I kind of want to get back to that talk, but didn't want to miss you guys. If you guys just joined, don't forget to sauce this video like. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Feel free to hit me with any questions you guys have in the chat. This is your time to connect with me, and I just want to share my experience and connect with you guys on an individual level. As you guys can see, like I don't care if I have 2 viewers. I will show up every single week because I care about you so deeply. Okay, so back to the relationship talk. And then the last thing we mentioned was sometimes things get really difficult to deal with, whether it's related to some kind of dimension related to family dynamics or finances. Couples fight a lot about that. They also fight a lot about quote unquote betrayal. Betrayal can take on many different forms, but it is the number one cause for a relationship failing is betrayal. What my girlfriend does in some people's eyes might be an act of betrayal, and other people's eyes might not be, and then vice versa. Anyways, I'll just leave it at that, kind of vague. Everyone has different terms, and I think that's one thing to consider. Like everyone does have different variations of betrayal. I'll give you guys one really specific example, which is that I'm going to say it outright on this channel. Like I don't believe in monogamy. Like I don't believe that monogamy is natural. It's just what I'm trying to say. I don't believe that. Like I believe that in a 500 or 1,000 years, people are going to realize that like maybe like the construct of marriage is kind of like a social construct. But maybe it'll still be around in 1,000, 2,000 years. Maybe it won't be. I think that maybe like marriage will evolve into encompass different, like different variations or definitions or something like that. Anyways, so like for me, an act of betrayal is if my girlfriend's like slept with another person. I don't think that would be like quote unquote like that's it, a deal breaker for me. Those are things to consider. But for her, that's like definitely a deal breaker. So that's just one example. Okay, now going back to the conflict resolution tips, like I really think it's helpful when there's just one topic which is so gnarly and so difficult to deal with. We just agreed on this, and I think it's nice to share, which is coming back after a day or two and being like, can we figure this out on our own? If not, who should we talk to? How should we talk to them? Right? Like we both agreed that it gets really twisted and convoluted if you call a friend when your relationship isn't working out, or if you call a family member, because those friends or family members will take sides, right? Like if it's my mom or if it's her sister or if it's her friend, they'll be like very pro XYZ team. And that will influence their perception of the relationship, and it will just affect a lot of things, which is why I'm a huge advocate for, like, I think therapy would be really, really great. Or having some sort of relationship counselor is actually like, I think it should be required. Like in an ideal world, every marriage would be required to visit a counselor once a month. Like I think that would just be fantastic. There's so much that we don't know. We really think our relationship, like if you guys think about it, when you go into this relationship, you have like such little experience. You played this game twice before, right? Like there's just so much that you don't know. Can you imagine like playing a sport and you've only played twice before and that's it? And then now like this sport is the most important thing in your life now. You don't have any other clues. It's just kind of confusing. So I think that's really helpful when it comes to the conflict resolution. Well, there's something else that I wanted to mention. It escaped me. But anyways, yeah, I have been learning a lot about this relationship and just, how to be a good boyfriend, a good lover. Oh, yes, I just remember now. So my girlfriend brought up this really important point, which is it can get kind of funky in a relationship once like boundaries of roles start to get blurred. So let me explain. Let's say that a very classic example is like a girl starts dating a guy, and then she realizes that she is no longer being treated in the role of a girlfriend, but she has evolved into like the role of a mother. And she's kind of like babying this person or taking care of them all the time. Just simply putting that out there, that's not that great, right? That's not ideal. So figuring out how to avoid that and just being cognizant of this is a possibility where this can happen in like different dimensions as well. Like let's say that you and your sibling are really close and it evolves from you giving them just like sibling advice to like starting to evolve more and giving them more like, you see yourself more in the role of a quote unquote lover or something like that. So anyways, I think that's just something to keep an eye out for. It's something that can happen. It's a possibility. And just being aware of like, where should I draw the line? Where are these boundaries? Do they exist for me? If so, where are they? So yeah, a few things that I've learned when it comes to relationships this week. But let me know, guys, what other questions you guys have for me. Thanks, Yolanda, for your question. What else do you guys want to know about? I've discussed this extensively with my friends. Yes, I have heard of the 5 love languages. Didn't you ever consider looking for a lover that agrees with you on that? I will say that like we agree. Yeah. Okay. She just asked me this question, Yolanda. I wouldn't say it's so much of a belief as it is kind of like a hypothesis. It's not like so important to me that it's a deal breaker or like I need when I marry someone, like they must also believe that monogamy isn't going to be a thing in like 1,000 or 1,500 years. It's more of like a prediction or a hypothesis. I think there's a lot of evidence to support it. But at the same time, like there is a very good reason for monogamy and for being like committed to another person. That's another thing. Like I'm talking about, in a sense, like sexual monogamy, but I think that people should still be committed for the sake of building a family, for stability, for a lot of other reasons. Like, you know, clearly the nuclear family unit works it has worked for, you know, centuries, and there's a reason for that as well. That is to say, like, could this evolve? Could there be a better way to deal with this? There are like other civilizations which don't have nuclear families, quote unquote. So anyways, those are just like things to consider. But yeah. Didn't you ever consider looking for a lover that agrees with you on that? I mean, it's pretty rare, like to look for, if you guys think about like all the buckets that I would have to jump through, like even thinking about what percentage of all people on the opposite sex are within my like age range, who I find like attractive and then have a similar background of education with me and then believe in that, right? Like if you started off with 100 potential, I don't know, people, like what percentage of people would actually fill that category? Like it's quite low. I still, like most people do believe in monogamy and it's very important to them. So this is an unpopular opinion because it's kind of unpopular. I'm going to have to make some compromises. It's also just not the most important thing to me in a relationship. I have heard of the 5 love languages, Emma, read the book. I thought it was really interesting how 5 love languages could be applied to like friendships and how speaking someone's language is just like such a great way to connect with them. And if you want to make them change, it's so important to show them love first. That was one of the main takeaways I got from the book. I read it quite recently, like maybe a month ago. Would you consider settling for someone even if this goes against your beliefs? I'm not really sure how to answer this question. Would you consider settling for someone even if this goes against your belief? Yes, Emma. I guess the word settling is kind of like a funky word right now for me, because let's say like this, my girlfriend actually doesn't like share the same belief, but do I feel like I'm settling with her? No, I don't really feel like I am. She just is so much better in like so many different categories that I feel like I'm the reacher and she's the settler. Have you guys ever seen How I Met Your Mother? They say there's always like a reacher, someone who's reaching for more, and clearly married up, and then there's like someone who married down. You guys know what I mean? But anyways, I'm happy to talk more about relationships if you guys want, but let me know what else you guys want me to talk about. Yes. I read a lot of emotional intelligence books, and yet I still feel like such a novice. I think, you know, part of the fun is also just living in the relationship and talking things out with another lover. But yeah, I mean, there's so many variations of love, quote unquote, like non-consensual, monogamy, polygamy, stuff like that. But yeah, I can't say that that's for me per se. Yeah. What other questions do you guys have? Why don't you guys let me know where you're tuning in from? What city, state are you guys watching this from? I think that would be nice to know. Did I play a sport in high school? I played no sports. I managed the girls' varsity volleyball team because my advisor was a coach, and I also break danced a lot. So I started breakdancing at Exeter in high school, and I took it very seriously. Have been breaking for about 9 years now. That's been pretty hard. Breakdancing is definitely not easy or natural, but I really wanted to learn, and it was fun. So yeah. Long Island. That's right, Emma. Emma's from Long Island. Okay, bit of a quiet crowd. I get the feeling that there's just not a lot of interest in like college admissions material. In late April, people are deciding on a college. Oh, maybe I was wrong. We have some new goons who just joined. Wow, a lot of new goons. Okay, 9 whole viewers. That's a lot. What can I help you guys with? Let me know where you're watching from. What questions you guys want answered. So far, we've got Yolanda just hitting me with the relationship questions. But yes, please let me know. What can I do for you guys today? Oh, I see I could pin messages too. Hi, Annabelle. How's it going? What sets English classes at Exeter/Yale apart from low-tier schools? My school's English classes are substandard. How can I improve my writing? So one of the first things that I think really sets them apart is just the fact that you don't get a lot of personalized feedback on your written material. So I remember talking to students from Miami public schools, and they were telling me that, like, yeah, we write 1 essay a year or 2 essays a year. Whereas at Exeter, you were writing 3 to 6 essays pretty much a semester, and we had trimesters. So think about it. Now I'm getting 20 times as much practice on my writing as you are. So of course I'm going to be better at writing, right? That's just one difference. And the other thing is like the level of feedback. Like you get an English paper back from Miami public school and you might just get a few comments here and there and a grade. Whereas like I have seen cases where my Exeter teachers would write an essay in response to my essay. Solid 2 or 3 paragraphs, maybe even longer, diving into specific sections. Hey, bye to Jasmine, by the way. Yeah, I just saw your message. It's so nice for you to join. But how to improve your writing? I really think that the best way to do it is just to practice writing a lot, to the point where like if you guys can poop out 1 story or 1 essay a week, it doesn't have to be long, but a couple hundred words, 500 words, 600 words, that will improve your writing. Like good writers just write a lot. Good writers just read a lot. If Duru, you are not reading like a book a week, start with that. And then also read critical essays. Like I literally, this is a very controversial opinion, but read and study SparkNotes. There, I said it. I'm going to say it again. Read and study SparkNotes. Go on SparkNotes. They have like really great analysis on popular books. Read the book first. Read all the classics, American classics, English literature, and then take a look at like the SparkNote essays. You'll get a lot better just by doing that if you do that for like 10 weeks. If you do 1 book a week and you did that program, if I had a little brother or sister, I would tell them to do that. And then, of course, like taking writing lessons and stuff like that will also help. You can, a lot of these, excuse me, oh, that was nasty. Sorry, ignore that. A lot of libraries and universities have writing centers. So if you Google Yale Writing Center, or if you Google Harvard Writing Center, UNC Writing Center, like they will give you tons of tips and examples about how to write better. So definitely check that out as well. What other questions do you guys have? My life has been pretty chill. I recorded a read with me in honor of National Book Day, International Book Day yesterday. So Duru, if you're interested in that, there's an International Book Day. I recorded a read with me. It's like been my worst performing video, and it took me so long to make, and I'm just like so absurdly sad. So if you guys could just play this video in the background while you guys are doing work and you're looking for some music, that would definitely make me feel better. Here's my read with me. 45 minutes. Yeah, Annabelle, if you look up like how to crush your interview on my channel or something, there's a video about interviews for colleges. But basically, yeah, I don't even remember some of the stuff I said. I made so many videos, guys. I've made like more than 120 videos, I think, for this channel. And I will be making a lot more in the weeks to come. But Annabelle, check that one out. Let me pull up the link for you. Interview tips. It's been a while since I've seen this video. Let's see. How to crush your Ivy League interview. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. So yes, storytelling, answering this question. How do you tell me about yourself, or tell me about yourself? Why us? Every school is going to ask why us. You know, you should always ask questions at the end of your interview. I pretty much cover everything in this one. That's the how to crush your college interview video. This is the one. Yeah, guys, if you're feeling exceptionally generous, feel free to sauce a super sticker or a, what is it called? Oh, I got it. Wow, that was crazy. I just got this mosquito. How to, a super sticker or a super chat. Would really appreciate that. Does it apply to job interviews? Yeah, it does. Same thing. Yeah. They'll ask the same questions. Why this company? Tell me about yourself. Do you have any questions for us? It applies to really most interviews. What else do you guys want to know? What can I help you with? Illiterate hippos. You saw that, Avi? Not you, obviously, Avi. You're not an illiterate hippo. You're a literate hippo. And so am I. You guys saw my little natural like reading. That's actually how I read. Like I read like this. I don't. It's probably horrible for my neck, but I just read like this, and I put a pillow on my belly, and I just put the Kindle on top of my belly, and I just tap 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 tap. Yes, guys, please like and share that video. Put it on repeat. If you guys are studying, just play that in the background. I would literally cry tears of joy if you guys did that. Thank you so much, and just thank you guys so much for being part of my journey. I started this YouTube channel 6-7 months ago, and we're at 1,300 subs. Well, 1,292 subs. Hopefully we'll hit 1,300 this week. They really say that your first 10K is the hardest. I think if I hit 5K by the end of the year, I'd be like so happy. But yeah, I'll be making content really for how to get into Ivy League colleges, stuff more about productivity, some vlogs here and there. And then finally, like a college survival guide. If you're entering freshman year next year, what you need to know. Things like how to drink in college. You'd be surprised, but people get really sick and have to get their stomach pumped. It's not fun, guys. Have you ever gotten your stomach pumped? Yeah, that's what I thought. And then also how to manage finances in college, how to get good campus jobs, internships, professors, all that stuff. And then, occasionally some videos just about me and my life. Hopefully one day YouTube can be my full-time gig. Until then, I'll keep tutoring. But it would be a dream come true to travel the world, vlog about it. I have this whole plan, guys. So some of my long-term plans, I'm so excited to share this with you all. But one of my long-term plans is to run like an incubator, like a real life incubator where I would invite subscribers to watch the channel, and I would book this giant Airbnb in like somewhere like Colorado or California, somewhere a bit, off the beaten path, and then invite like 10 to 20 kids to live there for 10 to 12 weeks over the summer. And we would all like build something together. And then I could record like daily episodes about life in the house and then share that on the YouTube channel. I think that would be really radical. And then another idea that I had is to travel to the world's best educational institutions. So Tsinghua in China, Leadership Institute in Africa, go to the best schools in Australia on each continent, interview students there, study these educational systems, and put together some new, hype house, and put together a new like curriculum for learning in the 21st century. You guys, you have to look up an image of a classroom in the 1800s, and you look up an image of a classroom in 2020, and it looks the same. Like, what is up with that? If you look up an image of like a car in the 1800s or a phone in like the 1800s versus a phone today, it looks radically different. Yeah. All right, guys, I might just hang out for a few more minutes, 6-7 more minutes, wrap things up. But let me know if you have any other questions. I just really want to be of service to you all. How can I help you? Maybe I should have, what is it called? Reserved a few topics to talk about. But anyways, I'm so happy that you guys are here joining me on this warm Saturday. How did you study for APs? So this was a weird kind of difference in Exeter versus many other public schools, but yeah, so some kids at Exeter didn't take a single AP and could go to Ivy League schools. I took 3 and I did pretty bad on all of them. I somehow got like a fluke 5 in chemistry, even though I was really bad at chemistry. Like worst grades of my life in high school were in chemistry, but the best grade I got on the AP, because the curve is really generous, I think you need like 55 or 65% to get a 5. Maybe I just guessed my way there. I took Calc ABBC, so I got a 4, maybe like a 5 on the AB, and then a 4 on the BC. I did so bad, like I literally drew a dinosaur. on my BC. It was like a question I couldn't answer. I was like, I don't know how to answer this. Here's a dinosaur. Hopefully you guys can have a kick or laugh out of this. Got a 4, or maybe it was a 3, and I got a 5 on the Spanish AP. So I don't remember studying for it at all. I don't think I got a single book. I'm really not the person to ask. But if you were self-studying for an AP, oh, hey, Sawyer, how's it going? If you were self-studying for the AP, just buy those practice textbooks and work through, I would say, at least 2 on your own, and then see how you do and refine. Guys, standardized tests are merely a function of doing the test over and over again. If you take 12 practice SAT tests, you will get like an insanely good score. It's just a matter of repetition. It's a test that tests your test-taking skills, okay? Not your intelligence. Let me repeat that. It is a test that tests your test-taking skills, not your intelligence. It's just merely a, like with enough reps, a machine could get a perfect score. You know what I mean? Like it is not, it's just such a ridiculous test. Fun fact, I think it was invented by Exonians, the SAT and ACT, invented by Exonians. So we can blame us. Timor, what's up, dude? It's so great to see some old faces, some old names, some new names and old names. Of course, I recognize all of you. I literally recognize all of you. John Chung finally made it to an AMA. John Chung, one of our, if you guys follow the Flash Fiction Friday series, John Chung is an OG submitter. His writing quality has really improved week after week. Thanks for competing each week, John. Appreciate it. You guys should compete too. There's literally cash prizes every single week. Okay, what was a day at Exeter like? Last question, and then I'm probably going to head out. Now we're getting 12 people. Help me choose between Dartmouth and Brown. Brown, easy choice, Sawyer. Dartmouth is cold, middle of nowhere, less flexibility, more emphasis on trats and drinking. But yeah, I would just pick Brown. So happy. It's known as the happiest Ivy. What? No, don't lead them. Okay, Sawyer, just call like 2 students from each. Have you seen? Yeah, call 2 students from each school, and they'll help you decide. Abby says pick Dartmouth and then retracted his message. I'm dying. That's so funny. Okay. What else? A day in the life at Exeter. So, guys, it was brutal. I think I have a video. About. I saw your interview. Which interview, Sawyer? Can you name 2 of 3 of your happiest memories? Wow, we're getting a lot of questions now. I kind of want to answer Yolanda's question. Oh, yes, the interview with my Brown friend. Yeah, you can hit him up. Do you want his email, Sawyer? Did I give you his email? Just email me later, and I'll give you his email. What question should I answer? Duru, what was the day in Exeter like? Let me send you the video where I talked about from number 1 high school to Yale. Yes, part 1. This is a good, guys, some of these videos I spent so much time on, no views. The videos that I spent like the least amount of time on, lots of views. It's just so weird how that works out. Okay, here it is. This one's for Duru. From number 1 high school to Yale. Check out this one. And then 2 out of 3 of my happiest memories. One of my happiest memories was for sure getting into Yale. It was and Princeton. It was probably the proudest accomplishment that I've ever had. Just because it was more than about me. I mean, I say that a lot, like my proudest accomplishments. Here's how it happened, guys. And this is so funny because it happened exactly, 5 years ago? I remember it was April 1st. It was April Fool's Day. And I thought it was a joke that I'd gotten into 2 of these schools. For context, I'd gotten rejected by 5 schools and waitlisted by those first 5. So I was preparing for life as a janitor. Then I get this notification. It's over email. And I remember I was playing League of Legends, a video game at the time. And then I got into Yale, and I think I got into Princeton a few hours later. But, Yale sends an email, and it has video and audio, and it was so loud. It was like, ooh, rah, rah, boola, boola, ooh, rah, rah, something along those lines. Like, we love you, something along those. Anyways, so like my earbuds almost exploded because it was so loud. But then the sweetest part was when I called my parents. So I called my dad. This was pretty funny. I called my dad, and I was like, I got into Yale. And he was like, good one. No, you didn't. And then he hung up the phone. Thanks, Dad, for the vote of confidence. But in his defense, I did lie about getting into MIT. And I kind of was joking with him. I was like, I got into MIT. And then he was like, really? And I was like, no, haha, psych. And he was like, okay. So, I was like the boy who cried wolf. He didn't believe me. I had to called him again, reiterated that I had gotten into Yale and Princeton at this point, and he was so happy. He just started giggling, like a 5-year-old child. And he turned to my uncle, like I could still hear him. He was like, "Oh, you won't believe it! Like this rascal actually got into Harvard, to Yale and Princeton, not Harvard." My mom would later be upset that I didn't apply to Harvard. She wanted to brag to all the other Asian moms that I had gotten into HYP. Sorry, Mom. I'll have to apply for business school, which I'm only going to go if it's free. So then next I called my mother, and this was probably the most heartwarming moment, one of the most heartwarming moments of my life, where I called her immediately after I told her I got in full ride. I heard her like fall to the floor. I heard the phone clatter against the ground, and she immediately started sobbing. And she was like, you got in. Like, I'm so proud of you. I can't believe it. And in that moment, like, I really realized just how much college meant to my parents. Like, it wasn't about me, like if I was just existing in a vacuum and I had gotten into any top 20, 50 school, I would have been pretty happy, would have made the most of it. But to them, this was validation of 25 years of toiling away in a metal kitchen, frying rice, fixing broken refrigerators at 2 a.m., not being able to afford a plumber and fixing the toilet on their own. My mom working like not just at our restaurant, but as a waitress at 2 other restaurants to pay the bills because our restaurant was failing. And my mom like literally entered $60,000-$70,000 of credit card debt, guys, when I was growing up in Miami, to pay for me to go to tennis lessons and piano lessons and swimming and flute and cello and Boy Scout campouts and everything, so that I would have a shot at getting into a great university and changing the fate and destiny of our family. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That's one memory. Another happiest memory, guys, these past 2 to 3 months with my girlfriend have been probably the happiest months of my life. And there's just so many little moments. I can't pinpoint one, but I have been keeping a diary and just writing it down. So yesterday or 2 days ago, we went to the mall and we went to this retail store, and my girlfriend and I just picked up like 12 articles of clothing, 3 outfits for each other, one for a date night, one for nightlife, one for a date night, one for going out for a party, and then one for strolling in the park. And we would just play dress up with each other. And then we took photos, and I like absolutely just failed, like F- in this category. And my girlfriend slayed it. She like got perfect outfits for me. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Wait, she got me this shirt that I'm going to put on for you guys because it's just so form fitting. All right, guys, give me a second. I will put that on just for you guys. This shirt that my girlfriend got me, super duper. She loves seeing me in black. I don't know why. I think she likes black on me. I don't like wearing black because I grew up in such hot climates. If I wear black, I will literally burn up. And then, another really sweet moment was we went to the grocery store and we got popsicles, and we were sitting on a curb and we were eating our popsicles, and I was trying to explain to her like something in Portuguese, but I just butchered it. She couldn't understand anything. I was trying to talk to her about the philosophy of ants. This is a really fascinating fact, actually, which like an ant colony. Let's say it's flooded, right? Like it's raining really hard and it's flooding the ant colony, and they have to leave. So what ants will do is they have this hive mind where they can communicate with each other without speaking through just chemicals. And the ants will form a ball. I literally shit you not. The ants will form a giant, humongous ball, like big enough to be seen, okay? And then the ants will float in the river in this ball, and they will rotate so that no ant is underwater for a certain amount of time, so that no ant drowns, okay? What the actual F? Like, this is so mind-blowing. Animal Planet. This is wild. I can't believe it. It's just like, if only humans had this level of capacity of teamwork. Anyways, I'm explaining this to my girlfriend, and we're talking, and then we're eating our popsicles, and I finished my popsicle, and I'm holding it like this, right? I'm holding my popsicle, and then I pretend to like fence with my girlfriend while we're with our popsicles, and I recorded the moment. So it's just 2 of us sitting on a curb, laughing at my horrible. I tried to explain that in Portuguese, failed miserably several times. Finally, I'm just like poking her with this popsicle stick. So think about like those little moments times 50. Like that's just what my life has been like for the past 2 to 3 months. That being said, hasn't all been smooth sailing. There have been little rickety bumps here and there, but I also appreciate the bumps in our relationship because they make us stronger and they make me more optimistic that we can figure out tough situations together. So yeah, let me put on this shirt and I'm going to let you guys go. I feel like I've been talking for a while. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Okay, here's the shirt. Here it is. It looks great. Let me take off this tag. I'll put it on for you guys. All right, no peeking. Okay, here we go. Looking good. We gotta button this up. My girlfriend also cuts my hair. She did like not a great job the first time, but we saved it. And yeah, let's see. Okay. I still have the tag on. Put it on for you guys. So yeah, it looks good. I feel very official. Yeah, I feel like a new man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I should button the top button too. What do you guys think about that? I should really take this tag off. Here, I have this nail clipper. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Bam. There we go. Come on. Whatever. It's still stuck there. Okay. Okay, should I button the top button? I feel like you guys are not getting the most flattering angle of me. Oh, okay. I feel pretty fresh. Put it on for all 8 of my viewers, my live streamers. Appreciate it. What do you guys think? It actually like fits me, you know? I'm a small human being. Like I'm very small. I'm 5'5". Most of you guys are taller than me. And then the fact that it just like fits my shoulder. Yeah, it's amazing how clothes that fit you can transform you. Like we just need a whole thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, guys. That's like pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Hope you had some fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And I will catch you guys later. If you have any questions, feel free to ping me, Instagram, or leave a comment on my videos. I respond to every single one. All right, guys? Take it easy. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys. Oh, sorry. Before I forget, I am constantly rooting for you. Your success is my success. And I will catch you guys at the next one. All right? Peace.